Hey guys, KYUKYOKU here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Kyutama Gattai 13 Deluxe Orion Battler from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. This is the final mecha of the Kyurangers, which can deploy Voyagers, transform into its own robot mode, and be used for the Kyurangers' ultimate final attack. This set includes 4 things: the Battle Orion ship, Orion Voyager, and 2 Kyutama. Now once again, this is a case of a new thing superseding an older item, so while you guys are not going to be getting the Arms Monsters review today, it will be coming next time. So, let's get started. So, first up we'll take a look at the 2 included Kyutama. First up is Kyutama 13, the Orion Kyutama, which is based on Orion the Hunter. So this one has a gold base, making it stand out from the others, and is just clear plastic, but with a pearl finish to it. Got the 2 halves of the image there. Then if we mouse slide it, we get an image of Orion, which is actually based on the Kyuranger's original ship, the Orion. And because this video is going to take a good amount of time already, I'm going to, instead of showing these with Qreno to show the hidden images, I'll just use a flashlight here. So, for this one, acts like a cockpit Kyutama. So you've got an image of Shishira Orion in there. And they even painted they colored the star in his chest red. Second, we have Kyutama SP, the All Voyager Kyutama. So, this is another special Kyutama like the Kyuranger Kyutama. And it's got a similar style to it, where you've got the label in rainbow colors, and then the actual dome for the globe is a very pale clear gold color. You'll also see that it's got glitter laid into the mold. And for the front and back we have these 2 parts. And if we mouse slide it, you can see the completed image, which is the symbol for Shishi Red, and the symbols of the other 12 main Kyutama surrounding it. And this one got an image of the Battle Orion ship sending out 12 Voyagers. Next we'll test out the Kyutama with the Seiza Blaster. Starting off with the Orion Kyutama, we're going to set in and we're actually going to start from change mode. As you can see, it actually announced Orion, so interestingly, even though this isn't one on the show, this actually behaves like a changed Kyutama, meaning there may have originally been plans for an Orion White. Then we have attack mode. Go mode. And control mode. Then we have the All Voyager Kyutama. So for this one, we will start with attack mode. Then go mode. And then lastly, control mode. Little blunder there. But, as you can see, this is basically an updated version of the Kyuranger Kyutama, but for the Voyagers. Next, we get to the main part of the set, the Battle Orion ship. This is the Kyuranger's new base after the original one was destroyed, or rather, sacrificed itself. And so, this is the big mecha for the year. It also includes the Orion Voyager, which is this part right up here. So for this is basically a gigantic blue and white battleship. You see all the details all around. It's got some treads on the bottom. The boosters in the back. Got your docking segment up here, which is where you'll deploy the various Voyagers. The bridge is right up here, and then this part is for the gimmick of the deployment. You also have a small little cockpit right up here. As for the Orion Voyager itself, it's this long gold spaceship with a blue star on the front and these 5 laser cannons. And then you've got the cockpit back here. But obviously all of the electronics are in the Battle Orion ship. Now for this, interestingly, despite being so big, this does not have a power on or off switch. Instead, this takes bond cell batteries, which are in this compartment here, and are activated via pulling out a tab. So, in order to get a scope for all of the sounds, starting up with the startup sound, I have set in the tab, so we'll pull it out and get the activation. So, first we have it in Battle Orion ship mode. So we've got a few sounds that it can play in this mode, which are activated via this button back here. Then it cycles back to the beginning. Now, to complete the look of it, we actually need to take the Orion Kyutama and attach it right here. There we have the full proper Battle Orion ship. And with this, we can actually get to the next mode. Next, we get to launch mode, which is used to deploy the Orion Voyager as well as the 9 Limb Voyagers. So also included with this is this special sheet to help you out. As you can see, there are 3 points, and each one takes 3 Voyagers. So it tells you which 3 are used, and also shows you that for each of them, they have these marks on each slot to also help indicate which ones go in which. So, this has sounds for the Orion Voyager as well as 11 of the 12 other Voyagers. Since Ho Voyager has its own launch base, there are no sounds for it in here. But getting started on that, we'll switch over to launch mode by pressing and holding the button here. So, then we get to the docking gimmick, which is used via this piston here, which can be rotated to 4 different points. When this is pushed forward, it sets the Kyutama in place, and when you pull it back, it retracts the piston but not the Kyutama. Then we'll press the button again. And we get the takeoff sound. So, remove this and set aside to make room for the other Voyagers. Start, set in Sasori, Okami, and Tenbin. Though for the first launch sound, we'll use the Kyutama. So just so I can make this go by a bit faster, I won't be playing the complete preparation sound. So next we'll do Sasori Voyager. Next is Okami Voyager. Then Tenbin Voyager. Then we'll bring in the next three, which will be Oshi, Chameleon, and Washi. Simply because I obviously can't have both Oshi and Hibitsukai here at the same time. Next is Oshi Voyager. Next is Heavy Sky Voyager. Then Chameleon Voyager. My mistake. Instead we'll put this one in. Next is Washi Voyager. Now we can bring in Kajiki Voyager. Then we'll just bring in the KYUKYOKU for Ryu Voyager sound. And then last but not least, we have Kuma Voyager. Next, we get into the transformation into Orion Battler. So, we're going to switch modes once again. And that gets it into the mode ready for Orion Battler. So, we'll remove the Orion Voyager, set it aside. And we're going to push this forward, push the piston forward. Then turn around and stand it up. Split open the legs. Like that. Take the Orion Voyager, attach the Kyutama to the socket here, then fold up this part, and pull out the other arm, then fold down this panel to reveal the face, and via a lever on the back, pull it up to reveal flames on top of the head. And here we have Orion Battler. Now, while like a lot of these big final mecha, it doesn't have too much of a transformation, it still is a pretty good transformation, and it does turn into a very good-looking robot, where a lot of the details are ones that you didn't really see in its vehicle mode. Getting up close, we'll start off by looking at the head, where you can see it. Got flames erupting from the top of it, as well as this pretty cool face. Got the body, which has the star pattern running along it that actually also connects to the shoulders. And this is actually based on the constellation Orion itself. That's a very nice touch since, of course, a big theme of Kyuranger is the constellations. Coming down to the legs, one nice detail is that despite this being kind of a brick robot, they still managed to make a way for the legs to split open, as that is a very nice aesthetic to have, and it's not something a lot of these big mechs actually do. Instead, they usually have kind of a mono leg going on. You've also got a cool bit of asymmetry with the arms, where one is just a standard one, and then the other is this gold arm holding a club, as Orion is often depicted as wielding a club. It does come off though, so you want to be careful with that. And getting to that, of course this does have some pretty standard articulation, which is really just rotating the arms around. But that's kind of to be expected. And for a size comparison, here is Kyuranger next to it. As you can see, it stands quite a bit taller than it, which is good since this kind of mech should be this big. So in this mode, pressing the button again will get you two alternating attack sounds. We can also get special attack by switching to the next mode, which is KYUKYOKU Galaxy mode. However, while those were just the sounds for KYUKYOKU Galaxy, there's also a transformation for that mode. So for this mode, well, technically the only things we need to combine with the Orion Battler are Tenbin Voyager, Hibitsky Voyager, and Washi Voyager. For the full effect, I have the other three mechs, Kyuranger, Ryuteo, and Gigantoho, standing behind it. And you'll see why soon. So, for Tenbin Voyager, I'm going to take it and move its legs into a seated position. Then set it down in this spot here. Do the same with Hibitsky Voyager. Put it on a similar spot on the other side. And take Washi Voyager. Tilt its wings up one click. Then perch it on top of here. Like that. And there we have the proper KYUKYOKU Galaxy mode, where the other three mechs are wielding the Battleron ship as the Orion Bazooka. So, let's get a listen to those sound effects one more time. And finally, since the Orion Voyager becomes the right arm of Orion Battler via its Kyutama, that means we can do something like this. And finally make it so that you can form Kyuranger, Ryuteo, Gigantoho, and Kerberos without any of the Voyagers getting left out. And there we go. So overall, Orion Battler is a really good final mech, but not for the typical reasons. Usually these days, with these big final mecha, they're designed so that they can combine with pretty much all of the other robots in the series for one big kind of cluster robot, or just for one big final combination. But this does things a little bit differently in that the final combination was Kyutamajin, and this instead acts as more of a carrier robot or base robot. And that makes sense considering this is supposed to be the new base of the Kyurangers and their new kind of mothership. And it does something a bit different with it. You know, it is definitely really cool and very fun having that little gimmick of having the sounds and the deployment of the 9 Limb Voyagers plus, of course, the Orion Voyager. And it is interesting because this is technically the first mech in the series that isn't a Voyager, since the Voyager here is the Orion Voyager, while Battle Orion's ship is something different entirely. And because of that, while it doesn't do too much in terms of combining, it does still have a lot of playability, and it is cool to have that additional mode of using it as the Orion Bazooka, to where you can place on Tenbin, Hibitsukai, and Washi in ways that no other Voyagers can, and then display the other ones to kind of simulate the idea that they are using it for a grand final attack, and that is something that you don't see too much. So it does stand out, and it is something that I think is really recommendable, especially if you've collected all the other Voyagers, because that is where you get the maximum playability, because with that you actually do have those cool interactions, and it's more than just a big sound box that can transform. So like I said, this is recommended, and is especially recommended if you have at least all of the Limb Voyagers. So, next time, I'll be doing my previously scheduled review of the ARMS monsters. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KYUKYOKU, writing off.